Alright guys, well I'm back today with another flashlight review. And if you remember a little while back, ThruNite sent over a rifle mounted light that I had reviewed on the channel. So I did an overview of that light. It was really nice. I wanted to use it in and around the house, and I had kind of mentioned in that review like, hey, man, I wish I could just keep this off the rifle and use it in and around the house, but it did so well on the rifle. It performed really good. It's on the rifle right now, and I also want to update you guys on the longevity of that light being mounted to an actual rifle. So ThruNite was nice enough to send over a light that I could actually use as a nightstand light and carry around, and that is the TC20. So let's unbox it and see how it comes. It comes packaged very nicely like that other standard light. You get the light itself, some foam, and instruction manual. Stump everything out. You also get a really nice holster that mounts to your belt, as well as some USB chargers and some other small components. So since I have received this light, I've been carrying it around, and man, I absolutely love this light. Now, when I was reading the specs online about how bright this actually gets, I assumed I was getting one of those super thick spotlights because of how bright this actually gets. But in reality, you get a small light that you can actually carry as an EDC light. I found this just dropping in my pocket, although it's a little bit big and heavy for your pocket, so that's why I believe they include this holster to keep on your belt. Now, I've got some philosophy of uses with this light that I'll talk about in a second, but I want to go over the specs and features of this light. So the cool thing about this light is it has three main modes. So when you click it on, it instantly goes to the last mode you remember. Now to switch to those three main modes, you hold down the click key and you will see that it cycles through three main modes. The low, medium, and high. So whenever you stop, like if you want to be on medium, when you click it off, it remembers the last setting. It goes right back to medium. If you want to cycle through again, you just hold it down. Now there's no tail clicky on here, just the side clicky, and it lights up blue to indicate the power settings. So a pretty cool feature. So again, since it's on the low, it will remember it's on the low and go back there. Now let's talk about those lumen settings for the low, medium, and high. The low lumen setting is 38 lumens, which is perfect for in and around the house at night, just when you're walking around, and that is 46 hours of runtime. The medium setting is 320 lumens, and that is perfect for around the yard with 10.2 hours of runtime. And the high setting is 1800 lumens, and that is 145 minutes of runtime. So that is really cool. Let's show you some other features about this particular light. One of my favorite features about the ThruNite lights is the fact that if you hold this one down, it turns into Firefly Mode, which is almost nothing. I believe the Firefly Mode is 0.5 lumens, and this lasts for 37 days. So perfect for a camping trip or a bug out scenario when you just want a small amount of light to read a map, navigate, or just do something inside your tent without drawing attention to yourself and without running down the battery. I mean, you can make this guy last for 37 days. That is very impressive. So that is just, you hold that down and it turns it on. So then you can click it again, it turns it off, and when you click it back, it remembers the last setting, which in this particular case, it was low. So to get to that Firefly setting, you just have to turn it off, hold down the light, and it turns it on. So the cool thing about this light is it's got two more features. Besides the high, it's got the turbo, and it also has the strobe. So let's take a look at the turbo. So right now this is low. If you double click it, it goes to turbo, which, I mean, it's insane. It lights up the whole room. Like you can see, it just lights up this entire space by just shining it up with the light. It's actually twice as bright as the light in this room right now. And that turbo mode is 3,800 lumens at 137 minutes. So then you just double click it again, and it gives this insane strobe that will disorient anything. I mean, it was confusing my animals last night. It was causing problems with those guys. They weren't sure what was going on. And this is a 2,280 lumen strobe for 180 minutes. So you can really disorient things in your yard. So overall, the settings on this guy are super impressive. So some of the other features about this light is the fact that it can throw the beam for 320 meters. And this thing is insane. Again, to my tree line at the back of the house, about 150, 200 yards. And then there's a tree line at the front of the house, which is well over 250 yards. And on turbo mode, it lights up the entire yard and throws a spot on the woods line. I mean, if you were trying to check for animals or something in a large yard, this would light up the entire area. Also, it's IPX waterproof rated, which is submergible, I think, for like 2 minutes at 2 meters, something insane. You're never really going to drop your light below that, in my opinion. So this is a great waterproof rating on a light like this. Now, the philosophy of use on something like this, I'm going to call this my pocket spotlight. We've recently started doing a little bit more security at the church and just things in general. Something like this would be the perfect light for that. It's not going to weigh you down. It's not going to be super obvious you're carrying a big flashlight, maybe your sidearm, because you can conceal a lot of this stuff very easily. But with a quick push of the button, you can get the low, and a double click to turbo to light up the entire area to see if somebody is in your yard or in your area. So something like this is almost the perfect security spot that you can keep in your pocket or in your car. So I hope you guys like this light. I sure do. And I'll add links in the description below for everything. And if you like this video and this type of video, please leave that stuff in the comments below, hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.